Howdy everybody, my name is Phillip Shepard. I'm a local real estate agent located right here in Northwest Arkansas. And today we're talking about 5 very cool, interesting, wild things that are happening in Northwest Arkansas. And one of them includes $1.2 million. So let's talk about that. But before we begin, if you could like this video and also subscribe, that would make the world the difference. I try to produce as much content as humanly possible about Northwest Arkansas. Also, if you're thinking about coming down here, maybe you haven't been down here yet, I made something called the NWA Starter Pack. It literally sounds exactly what it is. It's a starter pack for all things NWA. So it obviously includes everything about the hospitals, includes everything about maps, all the trail systems, all the cool events that happen here, all the itineraries, everything you'd want to know about Northwest Arkansas is just fit in this nice little package, and I ship it right to your home. It also includes your first mountain bike, so definitely take advantage of that. So enter your information below, your address, your name, obviously. Where can I ship this package to? Also, a little side note, this whole thing is my favorite 4-letter F word, free. So enter your information below and I'll make sure to get that package sent out to you right away. All right, the first one is kind of a big deal from Northwest Arkansas specifically, and you'll understand, you'll know why here in a second. So we just got confirmation that a brand new Whole Foods is being brought in, developed, built right in the new Pinnacle Hills in Rogers. So obviously the internets went abound in Northwest Arkansas. Like, oh my God, Whole Foods. Now there is a Whole Foods in Fayetteville, and obviously well loved, well beloved, but it's not in the best location because it's not close to 49 per se. It's kind of on the east side of town. So it's, but this one, oh my gosh, it's going to be right there, right off 49, easy access, right? And obviously it's part of that whole $2 billion build out in Pinnacle Hills with all the cool things that are happening here, hotels, all the things. That's for a different video, obviously. But Whole Foods is coming. Now, obviously everyone's chomping at the bit for, Costco, where are you? Where are you, Costco? And so obviously that's going to be the game changer if that ever happens. I don't know if it will, but anytime a grocery store enters into NWA that's not Walmart, I can imagine it's a big deal, obviously. So Whole Foods is coming, and it's probably, it makes sense where it's going because the actual Pinnacle Hills is a very upscale place of Rogers, and honestly the upscale place of Northwest Arkansas, because it has a huge mall right there, all the outlet malls, a lot of black and white stores over there, has Dave & Buster's movie theater, plus on the other side of 49, which is where Whole Foods is going to be more coffee shops, very, I would say, kind of upscale living apartments, of a lot of very cool things happening on that side. So it's that whole $2 billion section that's being developed there for the Pinnacle Hills and Rogers, and it's just adding on to it. So I'm very excited to have Whole Foods right there. And we're not leaving the Pinnacle Hills yet, because one of my favorite restaurants ever in the history that I've ever eaten, which has been a long time and I've eaten a lot of food, is Texas State Brazil is coming to Pinnacle Hills Rogers. This will be a problem. If you haven't been to Texas State Brazil, I was introduced to it many years ago and I didn't know what I was experiencing. So I went there and they're like, oh yeah, you can have all the food. And then well, here's the thing about Texas State Brazil. Heads up, they give you unlimited meat, any meat ever possible. They come and just bring it to you, like cut it right in front of you. Anyways, you definitely get the meat sweats. The meat sweats is a real thing. I've seen it not on me, but on a friend. So it's a real thing where you eat too much meat and then you get sweaty. Kind of gross. But the thing about Texas State Brazil, this is definitely a side asterisk here, but they try to load you up on the salad bar. Do not fall for it. They'll have all delicious things up there. Do not fall for it because they want you to eat the salad bar. They get you in there, they fill you up on bread with rice and beans and delicious things like that. Great, fine. I'm not there for the bread. I'm not there for your beans. I'm there for one thing only. It's the meat. So excited for Texas State Brazil to be moving here. It's the first one in Arkansas. I mean, I don't know if they'd open one in Little Rock, but I can definitely understand why they opened one in Pinnacle Hill Rogers. Definitely more of a, not upscale, but upper scale thing, but it is expensive because when you have unlimited meat, you can do whatever you want. So definitely pricey, but it's a lot of fun. Great for team events. Great place to hang out as well. Great for dinner. So kind of scared, very excited. Pray for me. Whoa. Before we jump on to the next point, I have something brand new called Instant Home Updates. So maybe you're thinking about coming down to Northwest Arkansas and you're looking at things like Realtor.com, Zillow.com. Way too slow. So that's why I made something called Instant Home Updates, and it sounds exactly what it does, which is Instant Home Updates. Wild concept, I know. So enter your information below, like what are you looking for? Square footage, bedrooms, bathrooms, anything, spaces, all the different places. Haha, that rhymed. But also enter your information below and I'll make sure to get that set up for you right away, and you will not miss a single notification when it comes to homes for rent or for sale in Northwest Arkansas. Also, every single Friday I send an email out just kind of talking about all things NWA, all things Northwest Arkansas. So if you want to keep up to date with all new businesses coming here, all new restaurants like Texas State Brazil and Whole Foods, if you want to keep up with all the comedians, all the new businesses coming here, all the new musicians, all the cool things NWA. Enter your email below every single Friday. I send out that email out just every single Friday. Also, you might get a little fear of missing out because you're not here yet, or maybe you are here. That's pretty cool. But you might get a little fear of missing out, but I'll make sure that you're the most informed person eventually when you make your way down to Northwest Arkansas. And the third one we're talking about is South Yard in Fayetteville. Now I'll have a whole video dedicated to this, but I want to summarize what the South Yard is in Fayetteville specifically. But it is a kind of almost like its own downtown section in the South Yard, South Town of Fayetteville. So there's gonna be apartment complexes, there's gonna be restaurants in there, tacos and tamale, the Meteor is gonna be there, there's gonna be all sorts of different restaurants that are gonna be packed into the South Yard, and it's gonna be at the corner of MLK and College. So it's gonna be on the south end of town, and they've really bought out, like, I think 15 or 20 acres of that whole area. They've already developed a lot of the apartments, those are already being built, and now they're developing that South Yard section. There used to be like this old farmer co-op there for a long time, and they've actually like revitalized it and kind of kept that whole architecture right there. So it's gonna be a fun place to hang out and just kind of be part of that art corridor in Northwest, in actual like Fayetteville specifically. I'll have a whole video on the art corridor, obviously. So it's really cool to be right next to the Razorback Pathway, be right next to all sorts of restaurants right there, and it's really cool to kind of see that corner section just be developed into a really like, we'll say vibrant area with new apartments, more upscale apartments, and really cool things to do in that south end area, because obviously Southtown has been developing for the last couple of years. Obviously downtown has been doing very well. They have the uptown. So every single part of Fayetteville is growing exponentially, and there's a lot of cool introductions that are happening to kind of bring more life to certain parts of the area. So we don't always have to go to the hustling, bustling, all fun parts of the downtown section of Fayetteville. And we're still staying in Fayetteville for this next one. So the Fayetteville City Council awarded the actual Fayetteville Library $1.2 million from the actual American Rescue Plan, and they've assigned it to the Fayetteville Library to develop all of like this new kind of structure for new careers in Northwest Arkansas. So obviously a lot of people are moving here, and a lot of people are, let's say, diversifying out of like their career sets in Northwest Arkansas, and they're trying to go different career sets. So what the actual library is going to do is they're going to be focusing on 3 different career sets that you can be part of to kind of either scale out of your old career into something new, or if you're kind of younger and you want to be part of that, they're going to be using that as well. So the 3 careers they're going to be focusing on at the Fayetteville Library are going to be food services. So obviously restaurants have grown exponentially around here, plus all the new, like obviously the new markets that are being developed for restaurants and also for farmers and all sorts of different things. A lot of organically grown vegetables are here. Food services grown exponentially here in the last couple of years. And on top of that, construction. Do I need to say more why construction is so needed here? If you happen to be not living in Northwest Arkansas at the moment and you want consistent, fast-paced, you will be booked to the T growth for when it comes to construction. We need people with skill sets, 100%. So to solve part of the issue is the library is obviously taking some of that money and diverting it towards helping people get in that career set. And last but certainly not least is technology. So obviously coding camps, different technology camps when it comes to cybersecurity, all those different things that are being developed here in the Fayetteville Library, and they're trying to help people step away from older career sets and actually bring them into a new career set. And the Fayetteville has been awarded $1.2 million to help facilitate that and get people in there to help them teach a new career. So it's really cool to see the actual city council leverage all the money that's been coming in from the American Rescue Plan and diverting it towards the library so the library can be well equipped to do that. Little side note, if you don't know why the Fayetteville Library has gotten that money, they have a massive teaching kitchen. There are actually 2 teaching kitchens right in the Fayetteville Library, plus a deli, plus they have classes all week long for teaching people how to actually like make soups and do broth and do that and vegetarian stuff. So they cover all sorts of different things with classes in the Fayetteville Library at the teaching kitchen. And on top of that, they have an innovation lab that's dedicated to all things innovation, 3D printing, cybersecurity. When it comes to, you can do your aviation training there on actual like simulation pilots. They have Mac labs, they have photo labs, they have video labs. Everything is going on in the Fayetteville Library when it comes to the Innovation Center. And the construction is there as well because they actually have simulation machines there for construction, whether you're driving a big rig, whether you're actually using like a backhoe, a Caterpillar machine. So they have all these simulations there to help you train for construction for the future. So the Fayetteville Library is well equipped to handle all these new careers coming through the door. And last but certainly not least, the Walmart Amphitheater has once again broken all of its records for the amount of people and the amount of concerts that have actually been done in the Walmart Amphitheater. So if you weren't aware, and maybe this is the first time actually watching one of my videos, but there is an amphitheater in Northwest Arkansas that holds around 11,000 to 12,000 people in the actual amphitheater. So that's where a lot of our big talent, a lot of our musicians come to, obviously to perform in Northwest Arkansas. And we kind of have a nice little perk because of the fact that a lot of musicians go to Kansas City, they swing through Northwest Arkansas, and they end up going to Dallas. So we get a lot of big name talent that comes through Northwest Arkansas. Plus we have the huge facility to hold all these people. But besides all that, the numbers were fantastic this year. They've had a huge increase of people. They've sold out, I think, they sold out a couple shows the year prior, but they sold out total about 8 shows total, 11,000 people completely sold out for these major performances. But total altogether, they had 39 shows in Northwest Arkansas. And just a heads up, this is outdoor shows. These are not indoor facilities. This is an outdoor show because in Northwest Arkansas, we can have a longer stretch of time frame when it comes to weather. So we can start all the way in March, April, all the way down to November for the actual outdoor season. So we cram a lot of concerts into that area. So it's really cool to be, having concerts all year long outdoors because we want to enjoy the outdoors around here. So, but it's really cool to see the amphitheater once again breaking records for itself, adding more concerts, and I'm sure 2023 they have a record-breaking year again. So I'm super excited for that. All right, that's all I have for you guys today. Again, if you are thinking about coming down to Northwest Arkansas, download my 3-day itinerary link below. Maybe you're an adventurer, maybe you're a sports person, maybe you're a foodie, maybe you're a sightseer. There's a 3-day itinerary link down below for you. So go ahead and download it, use it when you get down here. Also, when you come down here, I can give you the $10 tour so I can kind of show you around the whole area. Plus, we can check out some homes for sale or for rent and see how far your dollar will go in Northwest Arkansas compared to where you're coming from. All right, guys, we'll see you in the next one.